Well, this has just been great.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 32, everybody, of Rapid and Scheduled Discussions. While I am trying to do a wizard real quick for updating my software while we're live. Yes,
Did you say
everything.
you're trying to do a wizard?
Yeah, well, that's what they're called when you like hit like next, agree to the user thing, next, update.
I'm sorry, the only wizard around here is Harry. Sorry.
Sorry, okay, computer. Oh my gosh. Yes. Everything just went blue. I don't know what happened.
God.
So confused. Everything was working and then it just stopped working. And I'm like hitting on buttons on my controller. I'm like, okay, yes, I understand. Files in use. I understand. How's your week? How was your week?
Going a lot better than yours.
We should have taken a 2-week vacation off.
So, do the intro. Who are you?
My name's Seth Kurkowski. I am your host today, and with me, of course, is the other host who shows up, very late sometimes to calls. Daryl Sausse.
Mr.
I'm gonna throw
Sun
something.
Computer Problems wants to give me crap for being 5 minutes late to the call. Hi, everybody. I'm Daryl, and joining us tonight, we have a very special guest. Come on. Come here. Come on. This is why you're all here. I promise.
Yeah. We have 6 viewers, and we usually don't have 6 viewers when we
What?
don't have a guest. So obviously, that's why you guys are all here.
What are you looking at me weird for? Come on. Her fish. She loves her fish. Come on. That's it. I'm picking you up. Oh gosh. This is Beans. This is Beans. Everybody say hi, Beans. She goes by. Her name's Blair, but she answers to Beans or Hey You or Don't Eat That. Okay. Wow. Okay. Go ahead. I guess she didn't want to be on TV or the internet.
Yeah, not as friendly as oh, never mind. You don't know who that is. I was gonna be like, yeah, just not as friendly as my friend Jeremiah's dog. He has like he has a whole thing set up for him, like
What?
for his dog, where like if you cheer so many amounts of stuff, he'll give it a treat. And it's just it has figured out over the months that is where the treats are, and he will get treats whenever he's sitting at that desk. And so he just sits there the entire time. He sometimes points his webcam just at his dog, and it's the most adorable dog ever.
She's usually like way more energetic than us when I'm trying to play with her.
Yeah, well, I would be lazy too when watching this show as well. So, all right.
So, what's been going on?
So we took a week off last week, a much needed break. I didn't get back from our little mini vacation at the Cape, is what I'd be calling it, because we were supposed to see 3 launches that week, and then we saw 1, and I botched it. But it was a fun vacation. It was a fun little vacation at the Cape 2 weeks ago. For every time I feel like Launchapalooza, every time someone calls it that, it just puts it up like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's the new S word.
Yeah, pretty much.
Palooza.
So we all went up. You, me, and Zach
Mm-hmm.
are up there, and we were planning on staying up there for the with the Delta 4 Heavy launch, which didn't happen. Starlink launch, which didn't happen, and then it did happen just after we all left, and then
it was a Starlink, so.
and then the historic Silicon 1B launch, which did happen, and I was the only one to see it of the 3 of us, and that was crazy. Crazy.
Pictures. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, my photos were all out of focus. So that's pretty much what happened there. So Silicon 1B was a polar launch instead of a normal Eastern launch. And I got to see Arabsat. The last time I saw return the launch site was Arabsat, and they
Really?
won those. Yeah, that was the last time I saw one. There was some CRSs, but I never got to see CRSs from up there. I don't think I've actually ever seen a CRS launch.
What?
Yeah,
Even I've done that.
I have not seen a CRS launch. I do need to go back and see. I mean, I've seen SAC. I mean, return to launch sites are always great, and hopefully we'll be getting another one soon.
Yes.
So you can come.
I think we do have a commercial payload set for an RTLS soonish. Soon is a relative term at this time.
Yeah, that was a weird launch. That was such a weird launch because like Saigon, because it goes south. Like I've been so accustomed to them going east or like northeast, and this one went south. It was so weird. It was like I'm sitting there like, and that's one reason why like most of I don't think my photos were like were terrible. One, I was in a new area. I was on the beach now, in like south of Cocoa Beach Pier. Mm-hmm. Relatively far away, but people have taken pictures from there all the time. It's not that bad of a place. You can easily see the rocket still. Well, not at the launch pad, but whatever. And like I kind of saw it going, but I'm like, it's going right overhead, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Like, my tripod locked out. Like I couldn't go any higher. That's how high it was. Oh my god! And
you gotta work on your flexibility, be able to get underneath it.
No, I was completely underneath it. Like I have it higher up because my thing can go like 7 feet tall. Like it's insanely tall. I had it like the ball head was at 90 degrees. Not the ball head, the fluid head was at 90 degrees, and it couldn't go any further. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like I just looked up and I'm like, well, all right, I'm done with photos. Like, and it was going in and out of clouds, and I'm like, whatever. Like that was just so freaking cool.
That's when you gotta show off your strength and just pick it all up as one thing.
I thought about it, but I'm like, nah, I'm good. No. Yeah, Delta. So that was fun. That was our second media event. Delta. Well, mine. We don't know. We don't need to go into details. We're fine. We don't need to go into details.
Really? What details about why it was your second and not mine?
It all worked out for the best. Because now you're tied up with other things because of the hurricanes.
So yeah, inquiring minds in chat want to know.
Well, inquiring minds, you mean Harry?
Yeah, he speaks for everybody in chat.
Oh yes. Sorry, so, my stream deck started working again. I'm happy.
So what had happened was, right as I was getting ready to go out of town for these 3 launches, we had 2 hurricanes bearing down on us here in Louisiana. Marco was nothing.
I remember the Zoom call. Not the Zoom call. Yeah, we did like a video call with you. I don't know if it was FaceTime or whatever it was. And it's like he's just talking around like he's like, yeah, I think we're in the eye or something. And it's like blue skies behind him. He turns around and they're just black skies. It's like, yeah, it's all over there. It's fine.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true New Orleans resident, pretty much.
Marco was really a non-issue. The eye basically passed right over me, if you can even call it that. Just the center of low pressure. That's what we gotta call it. Laura, on the other hand, that got scary. Like that, lifelong resident of the Gulf Coast and used to hurricanes and stuff, and that got to the point where it's like, okay, now I'm worried about this one because it wasn't organized. It wasn't organized, and then bam, beautiful ass hurricane. I mean, obviously not for the destruction and shit that it causes, but just how structured it was. You got a nice perfect spiral, big old eye wall, bam, there it was. So I'm watching the forecast and everything like that, and it keeps going west and west and west. And I consulted with a very well-respected meteorologist I know, who happens to be my brother. And I said to him, hey, am I good to go out of town if that thing's that far west? He's like, yeah, get out of here. So that's what it was. But because of all of that, I gave up my spot at the press site to Seth.
So the original plan, we actually had a really good plan going because it was going to be you and Zach for press, set up remotes and all that stuff because you had all the gear for remotes. Like, why would I go if you have all the gear? And he pretty much we're on his back when it comes to remotes. Like, we don't have anything. Well, Zach could get away with it. Zach has a setup, but like, love you, Zach, but bless your heart. I love you, Zach.
You're not from the South. You don't get to use bless your heart.
No, I get to use it the northern way, which means
Oh.
bless your heart.
Oh. That's right.
I don't know if there's a northern way of saying that. I just like saying it. I've been in the South for 3 years. I think I'm close enough. I think I'm good enough. Okay, whatever. So,
Nah, bro.
and then I was gonna be offside. I was gonna be at the beach to get a streak of that. I'm like, I thought that was a really good setup, and then, oops.
I have the lens for that. I know what you were trying to do. I have the lens for that. You
No,
don't.
I have a lens for that. I have a 10mm on a.
Do you
For a
have
streak?
Yeah. Do you have an 8mm fisheye that can see horizon to horizon when you point it straight on?
Oh no! I mean, I wasn't going for that. I mean,
Mind blowing.
but I mean, at that point, it's so far away. It's still faint. It probably won't. It might pick up. But I think the engine actually, the center core, I think actually goes out over horizon.
Oh.
So I don't think it matters anyways. Which I mean, that's still freaking cool. That thing, that center core burns forever. He doesn't shoot wider than 50. Don't you? Yeah, but you normally have like you shoot like hundreds of thousands of millimeter focus length. So Harry, normally, because he uses satellites. It's usually like what? How many thousands of millimeter focal length?
No, not that. He doesn't shoot. I know what Harry's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about. But I have no idea what he's talking about.
I know what Harry's talking about. Wink.
Is it a nifty 50?
Moving on.
So, yeah, that was fun setting up remotes. I've never set up remotes before. That is
an interesting spot.
It's
for somebody who's never done one yet.
Yeah, was it 34, right? Yeah, it's like 34 is the Apollo 1 pad. It's funny going out there. No one knows what they're doing when they go out there. Like John Krause, Trevor Mellman, like the people who've been doing it for a long time, they know what they're doing. But like I'm hanging out with the people that the people I consider friends, or whatever, out there. Oh, we all walked out there like we don't know what we're doing. Like no, we don't even know settings. As we're walking out to the pad, like, and I'm just like, so these are the settings that I'm using. That Daryl said. He goes, and then like someone who's done it before, he goes, no, don't do that. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. All right. So the person who said don't do that, did they tell you what to do?
Well, we kind of talked about settings, but I didn't just copy settings from somebody. So he's like, it might be a little, it might be a little too underexposed. That might be a little overexposed. That was the conversation going on.
Well,
I would have just should have asked him for settings, but I don't think I find use in that. That's kind of cheap.
We don't really know because, as everybody knows, we had ourselves a nice little abort at ignition.
Yeah, I got a good picture of that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones of that. But as far as the remotes go, they didn't.
They fired a lot of them.
Like
fired.
you wanted it to be.
Yeah, no, it didn't really. And somehow mine came out under what was it? Super unfocused. What's it? Super unfocused or slightly unfocused?
Out of two of them, I'm blaming both of them on you. One was underexposed.
Whoa.
We didn't get the light source that we want.
Yeah, we only got one engine lit, so.
The other one was out of focus, but I realized why after I told you about it. Because you focused on the Apollo pad, not on the launch vehicle.
That was Zach's focus. That was Zach focused on the wrong one.
So that
I threw him right under the bus. That took me literally no time at all to throw him underneath the bus for something.
That was wow.
Oh, how's those tire marks, Zach? I hope they feel good.
The one that Zach set up was gonna be just fine.
Yeah, I think mine was probably underexposed. Mine was underexposed then.
Hang on, I got some stuff on my nose.
We both did it, so now we don't know what's going on. So mine was underexposed?
It was alright, so the flame and crap that came out, the burning off.
Yeah, because I saw that when I was quickly going through.
That was underexposed, but we weren't trying to catch those flames. We were trying to actually catch the glow from the launch vehicle, which we never got.
Yeah,
that's why it was underexposed. So
it's so weird because it's also the pad's lit up. Like if no one's ever seen the Delta 4 pad at both places at both pads, I believe it is lit up. It's
lit, fam.
It's lit. They use
it's lit,
if you ever seen like a Falcon 9, they use LED lights out there and what I believe.
You know what LED stands for, right? Little electric doohickeys.
No, God. I thought you were gonna like challenge me like the proper name. All right.
All right, what is the proper name?
I have no idea. I was thinking like it's electric diode something. Isn't D the diode? Isn't D stands for diode?
Yes, D is diode.
I know that one. I don't remember the first two are. I was gonna say liquid, but like it's not liquid.
D is, you remember that artist Dido from back in the day? She was actually also like really smart. She did like that song with Eminem and whatnot, like 10, 15 years ago or something like that.
15 years ago, I was too young to listen to Eminem. Well, I was 10, maybe I was. Not 10, I was a little less than 10.
So yeah, that's what the D is. The D is Dido, as in Dido, the lady singer. I mean, I'm sure you've at least heard of her.
What's that?
Do you know the rest of it?
No. Why are we talking about this?
I'm testing your.
Liquid electronical diet. I don't know. I know.
Good lord.
What does it stand for, Daryl? Teach me. Do you know what it stands for, Daryl?
Diode.
Light emitting. Okay. That makes sense.
So anyway,
it literally is just what it is. For once.
So anyway, the launch of NROL 44 was a learning experience for, I guess, 2.5 of us. Because honestly, I didn't really do much this trip except give y'all my gear.
Yeah. So I have a lot of work. So I think the current. So it's 7 days minimum for the Rofies.
And we're way past that.
We're a couple days past it.
Yeah.
And no word from ULA whatsoever about what's wrong or anything. And listening to the NSF Live, they've even reached out to Rocketdyne, who builds the engines, and I believe who makes the rocket. Who did they say that? I think it was. I think it's Lockheed Martin makes the engine bell. Apparently.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. They said that I can't remember what company. I think it was a company where they said, I'm like, wait, what? They work for? Okay, cool. Well, actually, you know what? It makes perfect sense. The Delta was a Lockheed Martin rocket. All right, never mind. This makes complete sense. And they've both reached out to them, and they have answered their questions, but they had to send it to ULA for approval, which is never good.
No, it's a classified mission, so they're like.
Well, when it comes to the engine, well, they said the ULA, not NRO. If they said the NRO, that'd be really bad. But said the ULA is kind of. I guess then the ULA is kind of like, can we talk about your rocket? And then, I don't know. But last time we had our board was NROL 71, I think, out west. And it took a month. You're just sitting there playing with your dog, and I'm gonna carry the show, am I? Actually, to be honest, the dog's gonna carry the show. Let's be honest.
She is.
Oh my gosh, it's a corgi too. Yes, give him a shave. He needs it. Shave his beard.
I got the haircut. That's all.
I need a haircut. I shaved. You should have. See, here's what happened. I should have gotten a haircut, and you should have shaved. I shaved, and you got a haircut. We should have switched those.
Shave and haircut, 2 bits. You're really too young for that.
Yeah, I'm way too young for that one, to be honest. way too young. So yeah, I have a lot of learning experiences. So I'm building boxes for us. Version 0.9 of our Space Explorer boxes. They will not be painted pink this time, but version 1.0 will be painted pink. You're gonna like it as well. It's gonna be pink, and you're gonna like it.
Okay. As long as it works.
Okay, good.
Is it gonna work?
We'll find out.
Oh, Wayward just got here. Wayward, say hi to Wayward. Say hi to Wayward. Oh, should you give me puppy kisses for you, Wayward? Oh, ow!
I saw that one coming. I'm like, I don't think she's trying to kiss you. I think she's trying to bite you.
She's trying to bite. Just bite.
Oh, Ed, it will definitely be hot pink. You know it 100%.
So
yeah.
what else happened since then?
So we were supposed to have then a double-headed launch, which would have been epic. I think it's like less than
on the
7.
Same day.
Yeah, double-header, same day, less than like 7 hours apart.
Same day. Damn you, Florida.
Weather, stupid weather. I mean, it's Florida. What can you expect other than bad weather?
Florida man?
Yeah, crazy drivers, crazy people, and Florida man. I had someone knock on my door the other day. just knocked on my door, and then they walked, but like not like ding dong dash or something like that. Like they knocked on my door, like walked back. I opened the door and she just said, "Thank you for opening your door," and then walked away. So I hope someone out there in the chat got that conversation and is interested by it, because my friend here could care less of what I say.
I have a puppy. Puppy. Oh my god. She is the sweetest. She is the sweetest. Ow.
So, yeah, so weather ended up scrubbing the first Starlink until like a couple days later. I think it was like Thursday. It ended up launching that week. What are they at now for satellites? Starlink.
I updated the article and I don't know. I don't have it memorized.
Oh, what? You don't have your...
It's over 7.
7?
Yes.
700? Or you just saying 7?
It's over the number 7.
Oh, awesome. I really appreciate that, man. You're the greatest.
Hang on, I'm going...
Starlink by the numbers. 715.
Bookmark that.
Nope, not bookmarking it. I don't...
So
it's out the window.
Go ahead and bookmark that, because right at deployment, I hit the update button, I put it out there, and during the launch, I even update how many's deorbited. And I'm sure, as everybody knows, they are working on deorbiting all of the version 0.9. So that's...
I'm still heartbroken that Tintin A and B deorbited. You're heartbroken about Tintin A and B, but I'm heartbroken because they're named Tintin A and B. That's the only reason why. We no longer have 2 satellites called Tintin A and Tintin B. It's heartbreaking. So they're at 700, and I think they're at I think they need to have like a couple thousand, right? Like it's like 10,000 they need.
They're aiming for like 12.
Yeah.
They want to do.
And we're already, in a few hundred satellites ago, we were like, oh, it's another Starlink. We're not even close to being done. I mean, we're not even close to being done with their grind to get the 12,000 out. Then they're gonna be more after that to maintain, which I don't know.
And don't forget, we're also getting behind on them because you got some. There was one a couple months ago. I think it was like earlier this year or something like that. They had a launch and they knew 1 or 2 of them was already defective.
Yeah, I mean, when you're making 12,000 satellites, I mean, yeah, you're gonna launch some. They're gonna just not. You're just gonna be like, they might not be perfect, but we're gonna replace it the next launch.
They are launching them DOA. It's just easier to do that.
So I'm really curious on what the deorbit rate will be when we get to the 12,000 mark. Because if they're right now deorbiting a couple a month, right? It's about a couple a month, right? I'm talking like single digits, a couple in a month.
I guess that's what it averages out to.
Yeah.
According to my article, I have 34 either deorbited or in the process of going down, so it's a combination of both. Yeah,
so the number that they're just not going to be working anymore, and they're going to have to replace.
So let's go with that.
Okay, so we're at 5 now, and we're at 700. Imagine how many it's going to be when we're at 12,000. They might have to still keep the pace up, but also these are early models; they're not finished, so that might be something to take into account. Like version 9.9, and I think we're at 1.0, but they're going to do 1.1 soon or something.
Well, like I said, keep in mind they're deorbiting all of the 0.9s, so they're done with those. They want all of those gone. They've had a few that's been DOA. They've had, I think I've seen reports of 1 or 2 dead, as it was on the way up. So there's a number of different things that are going on with them. But think about how many extra launches that is. Yeah, so I'm really curious on what their launch campaign is going to be like after 12,000. If they're going to have to actually keep up this pace to replace the DOAs, the deorbited, the ones that have stopped
have malfunctioned and stuff like that, what that rate's gonna be like.
That's what Starship's for. Put those back up.
Oh my gosh. Hopefully, I mean, I can't even think how long it's gonna take to do 12,000.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we've been doing this for now. Like, it's been almost a year and a half, 2 years. Year and a half. It was the beginning of last year they had their first 60.
Yeah.
And we're at 700.
Yep.
We're gonna be in this probably for another. I mean,
And
I guess
we're at the point where we're saying, "Oh, it's just a Starlink."
Well, you know what I can. Yeah, we're already at that point.
Yeah.
Already. We've seen what was the one that just launched?
Actually,
was it 10, 11?
Thank you, Robert, for mentioning that. Yes, they did complete a successful sat-to-sat laser test.
Oh, nice. Nice.
They
That's very
said
important.
it in the webcast.
Nice.
Laser.
Oh, and I'll be honest. I'm at the point where I don't even watch the SpaceX Starlink webcast anymore.
Hey, it's a launch, so why not?
I mean, I'm super excited for launches, but like, yeah, no, it's so generic now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I'm feeling that's what's going to be the first couple Starship launches of P. It's just going to be like, all right, let's chuck up a couple hundred of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's gonna go way faster, and they're gonna test rapid reuse.
How much we're able to talk about a boring ass Starlink launch. Look how much time this has already filled.
Oh my god, that is valid. We didn't get to talk about SciComm. Yeah, so SciComm was an interesting launch because one, it was south. Two, it was very cloudy, and because of the reason why it was cloudy, it was because it went down to like 3 minutes before launch before weather was called green. And that's one reason why I wasn't really prepared for the launch, because I set up my gear. I didn't actually even bring all my gear to the beach. When I started setting stuff up, I'm like, oh, I forgot so much stuff in my car, and I'm like, it's not gonna launch. Like, it's fine. Like, I forgot my video camera and my mic, and I'm like, it's fine. It's not gonna launch. And then 3 minutes before it happened, it's like, and we're green, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I could have gotten such a better spot. I just didn't even I'm like, it's not gonna launch. There's no way it's gonna launch.
You of little faith.
I know I should. I know I should know better, but yeah, it was a. I'm like, but if you were there and you looked at the skies, I'm like, it's not launching.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was.
I've been there for those.
It was like IFA. We're all of a sudden like, it's not launching. Like the clouds are too much, and then all of a sudden it launches, and then there were more clouds.
Hell of a mission.
And that boom, that sonic boom, man, it's great. I love it. You got a double sonic boom for SCP-2. Don't complain like you've never seen a sonic boom before.
I wanted to be closer.
You're pretty much okay. You're literally as close as you can get. Maybe a few miles closer, but that's not going to change much. A few miles won't change.
A few miles makes a difference, especially for pictures.
At night, no. You won't see anything at night from
at night. Everybody's screwed.
I think, yeah, at night, no, but unless you're 3 miles out, you're not going to get anything. What's a mile? Oh, I'm sorry, kilometers. I don't know how many kilometers we were out. I don't use those crazy terms. Did you catch it?
No, she banged into the closet door in the hallway. I heard a thump. This girl. Oh my gosh. I love you, but you are ridiculous.
Did she has she defecated anywhere in your apartment or your house?
No, she has been really good this time. For me. Now, my brother came home. I live with my brother. He came home yesterday for like half a day from Lake Charles, Louisiana, because he got sent over there for work to do restoration stuff with a phone company. That's why I had to leave Florida early last weekend. And he came home. She's been good for me the whole time. As soon as he walks in the door, she just leaves him presents.
Nice.
But as far as me, been going outside, and I don't even have to feed this girl because she fills up on treats from being a good girl and doing a business.
That's not healthy.
I know.
You turn to what my dog's like back home. I leave for college, and all the rules for treats went out the window. And my dad would give my dog treats for everything. And also I come back and I'm like, he's so much fatter. And my mom's like, no, it's fine. You can still feel his rib cage. It's fine. And I'm like picking him up, and he's at least 5 pounds heavier, and he's a small dog. 5 pounds is a lot. But no, yeah, my dog did the same thing for my brother one time because my brother would complain because technically it's my brother's dog, but it's my brother's dog per paperwork, but my dad's dog per how much he loves him, and my brother would complain that his male dog doesn't lift his leg to pee, and he just got so angry. He's like, "Why does my dog squat like a girl? Like it's like he should be lifting his leg." And guess what happened the first time he lifted his leg to pee? Right on my brother's bed, with him laying in it. And that was the first and only time he's lifted his leg to pee. My dog's too friggin' smart.
So, aside from the triple header that didn't happen last weekend,
Don't
we have
remind
had
me.
some other stuff that's happened.
Hey, your beloved Vega.
Yes! The Supreme Year flies again. Finally. And,
I totally forgot about that one too. It just happened. I'm like, oh.
They've been ready to return to flight for a while. Like,
yeah.
You gotta credit Arian Space and all the folks that work for them and with them. They found that they found that issue kind of fast because it was July last year. That's off the top of my head when they lost the Falcon Eye to payload.
Wait, July last year? Wait, was it? It was last year?
It was last year. And wait, Vega was already ready to return to flight way earlier this year.
Yeah, I think it was March.
Yeah, but they changed.
Oh my gosh, you're right. July 10th, 2019.
Yep, they changed it because when they.
What happened this past year? For some reason, I felt like that was in January. I don't know. Okay, this kid, I can't do it with you right now. He's not even drunk either. Have you even had a drink yet?
Yeah.
Okay. You're drunk. You're drunk on puppy love. That's what it is.
I got a puppy to play with. But no, they were ready to go way earlier this year, but they just pushed it back because they were having weather problems, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna go to this completely separate part of the year when the weather is normally more favorable anyway, and we'll just go there. So that's what they did. And then they pushed back some more because, hey, guess what? Weather. But they finally got off the ground. God, does that thing get off in a hurry. I love that thing. It's a solid booster. That's literally.
I mean, it's 4 stages, right? And the first 3 are all boosters? All solids?
No, the third one is not. The first 2 are.
Okay. And is the 4th stage more liquid, or is that one solid?
That was a long webcast, so I don't remember. But here's the crazy thing: on a return to flight mission, they also did their first ever rideshare service.
Weren't they? And yeah, they were all ESA satellites, though, I believe, right? It was a demonstrator for their rideshare.
No, it was different companies actually trying to go to orbit, but
gotcha.
They actually did.
It was like 53 off the top of my head.
If you look at the name SSMS POC, proof of concept, they were that's what it was, rideshare proof of concept. On a return to flight mission. Go figure.
Yeah, which was interesting. They don't launch that often. It's great to see them launch.
Yes.
I totally missed it. I woke up one day. I'm like, oh, it launched. Cool.
Yep. So totally looking forward to their upcoming vehicles, the Ariane 6 and the Vega C. Vega
tell us about
that. With how fast it launches.
And then, did we have any other launches? We had a. Oh yeah. So we also had this week. SN6.
Oh no, I was talking about Rocket Lab.
Oh yeah, we had 2 return the flights then.
Yes, we did.
Yes, Rocket Lab launched. Actually, did they get pushed back from the Sunday? I don't remember when they launched. That was another one that I kind of slept through, to be honest.
We don't know. We've been drinking. Actually,
you're drunk on puppy love.
Man, so they kind of faked everybody out. They were doing something, and we didn't even know it.
Oh yeah.
You okay? All right. So they
Like
finally
we
put up-
need a cam on her. We need a video cam on her. That's pretty much what we need to know. You have your R. Set it up real quick.
that'll take too long. So they are trying to be an end-to-end provider. They're providing the launch vehicle, all the stages in between, and they're also providing now a satellite bus, basically. Actually, that's exactly what it is. It's a basic satellite that you just trick out however you want.
Yep.
You know,
Based off of their
they got
kick
exhibit
stage.
working for them, and now they're going to be doing a show called Pimp My Satellite. So like I said, you put cameras on it, put instrumentation on it to measure stuff and whatnot, and boom, you got yourself a satellite.
Yeah, basically what it is it's basically allowing the researchers to just focus on the instruments, and they don't have to worry about actually maintaining the satellite.
Right.
And it's based off of their kick stage, and they call it Photon. It's basically, I think it's basically their kick stage with a few extra components to make it a working satellite.
Yep.
Which is super, super cool. They pulled a fast one. They launched it on their recent return to launch vehicle.
And they hit it in their mission patch.
Did they
you notice
really?
that part? Yep. They hit it in the mission patch. Go look it up. Somebody did not watch Rocket Lab's extra special webcast.
I did, but I kind of blanked, to be honest.
To be quite honest, it's not what I was expecting from Rocket Lab, because didn't we kind of know they were doing this already?
They
we
said
knew
that they were going to be doing it, but they didn't tell us that they launched it, though.
Right. So we kind of knew it was coming. I'm not sure if it really deserved a full-on webcast like that. I was expecting some kind of big reveal, like a new launcher, like something a little bigger, launching out of Florida or something like that. Or hey, we're gonna land the rocket instead of catch it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was waiting for them to say like, "We're launching next week from Virginia," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yes!" And then they're
we
like,
already know that's coming.
"We launched Photon," and I'm like, "Awesome, yeah!" Because this is also when they get their Hypercurie engine built into that. I don't know if they're changing the name of that as well, but that's their interplanetary like base. So that's where they're gonna launch the Venus, which Peter Beck is very excited about Venus, which is awesome. He's
no one else is doing anything there.
very excited about Venus, and I'm like, I'll take some Venus stuff too. I mean, if Electron can make it the Venus, and the cool thing about Photon is that it's not locked in to Electron only. It can launch from any other launch vehicle. Which I mean, if you're a launch provider, who cares at that point? You'll take the money, but that means that something like that can be much, much cheaper for someone to send something out to like Jupiter. Imagine sending. Oh man, I can't wait. I so hope that happens. You like CubeSats around Jupiter. You're completely lost with the dog.
Yep. She's so cute. I am still listening, but no. If anything, like I said, I was just expecting more from that. And like,
It's super exciting. It's a super exciting announcement because Photon's very, very big for the scientific community. It's crazy big.
It is. It is. I just.
Yes, Harry. You're the new co-host. Daryl's out. At least when he has his dog.
It's my niece's puppy, and they're about to move to Atlanta.
Are they taking the puppy with them?
Well, of course.
I don't know. Maybe it's a puppy and they're moving. They don't want to handle a puppy, and so they leave it with you.
See, this fish is gonna be me when she leaves.
It's like all my fish I had when I took care of the kid as well.
She slides so easily on hard floors, like she has no traction.
Yeah, but they're like toddlers. They're resilient. They fall over. They're fine.
She's tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. I don't know. I guess
I'm super excited. It's super cool.
Good on him. Don't get me wrong. Good on him for it. But I was.
I'll be honest though.
Expecting more.
Listening to that, I was kind of like, I'm like, oh, they're Apple. They provide the launcher and the platform to put everything on it.
That's
Though the difference is that they allowed their Photon on other rockets, and I'm like, now they're not Apple. Now they're kind of now they're like more like Google.
Yeah.
We'll let you have your third-party apps, but we'll control everything else.
So after that, we saw kind of a rare event middle of the week last week, where we had an SRB fire.
Oh.
An upgraded SRB. What they were testing was basically just design improvements, especially around the nozzle. They said in a press conference afterwards. And another thing they were really testing was the mixture for their solid fuel, because they changed providers for I believe they said it was the ammonium perchlorate, but I could be wrong about that. But they changed the providers for it. They wanted to make sure they were getting the right consistency from the provider and that it mixed well. So obviously it did. Otherwise, it would have gone poof.
Oh yeah, it definitely mixed well. It definitely mixed well.
Yeah, and it also definitely created some fires on the hillside afterwards. I don't know if anybody caught that.
It's a controlled burn. I don't know what you're talking about, man. It's all good here. I see no problem.
They didn't leave it on screen for long, but you can see those fires.
Oh yeah. I
I
was watching at work. I wasn't watching at work. I was doing work at work. But I was talking with a coworker who totally wasn't watching it. She was also very much working, and she just texted me because we're out of the office. We were not in the office doing everything's fine and nothing wrong here. And she just texts me, goes, fire? And I'm like, and then it switches. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Everything's fine here. There's nothing going on.
And Harry's right. If it didn't mix well, we would have had an observation.
Oh, that's right.
I can't get over that.
We had a successful test fire with an observation at the end.
Well, yeah, we definitely observed something.
It was definitely observed by us all.
Yeah.
Was that with their that was with their Omega rocket, right? So very similar, but not similar at the same time.
Yes, they were doing a test firing of Omega.
Rest in peace.
And you saw kind of a bang at the end.
It was an observation.
We observed
the nozzle disintegrate.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for it to come out of nowhere in the corner, just like get the jugular and like rip it out on live on
She's
YouTube.
getting good at jumping up on stuff. She might actually jump up here
it's still how old is it? How old is she?
Couple months.
Like still with the puppy teeth?
Oh, yeah. She's just starting to. My niece warned me when she dropped her off. She said she's starting to lose her puppy teeth and it's making her breath stink. I'm like, okay, that's a new one, but whatever.
I don't know. That's I think they're not. I think they're not brushing her teeth.
She definitely does have puppy breath.
Yeah, that's valid. But I get those like greenies and like cut them in half and give it to her. Because either if you gotta cut them in half, you can't give them the whole one because it's too big.
Yeah, I do need to.
It freshens their mouth, and so it's only as bad when they like do like 3-4 like high like breaths in your face, and that is terrible.
So wait, it's like minty fresh puppy kisses
for like a half a second, which is better than what it probably is now.
Yeah. So I guess the last big thing to talk about for the week was the
SN6.
It hopped.
It hopped. I don't know why I get so excited about seeing some metal silo hop in the middle of Texas. Like it's they do it. We all know it's gonna happen. We've seen it before, but like it's weirdly exciting. Yeah. And I think the reason why I get super excited about it more is I have my view is that it's like it's not just SpaceX's new rocket to make them trillions. It's our next lunar lander. So like. It's so freaking exciting to watch this thing get built and developed and tested.
Is lander even the appropriate word? Because
I mean, it lands.
I think. Well, no. I think I said this like 2 weeks ago. You got Apollo, Blue Origin. I forget the third company, and then Starship.
I was gonna say Draper. I think right is the third, or is Draper with?
Chad, help us out. We're
I
terrible.
think it's Draper. Or it's not I know it's not Maxwell. What's the other one? Maston? I think it's
Aston, that's it.
Is that no? I don't know if that's is that Maston? Is it Maston? Dynetics. We weren't even close. It's Dynetics.
Yeah.
I think
so.
yeah. I know Matt. I think it's Maston. I think they're launching. They're gonna launch something soon, I believe, to the moon. And land. So.
Stuff to the moon. So,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Maston's with the clips.
But like I said, the
contract.
lunar starship. It's like you gotta call that something other than a lander. I mean, look at the
Lunar.
size of
I mean, it lands on the moon.
It's like
It's definitely
the
a lander.
Whole top half of that.
Hey, listen. Size doesn't matter.
Oh God, what else is there to talk about? we need to get out of that quick before I say something.
No, I'm watching the thing. I mean, how do you not get excited about watching Starship? Like, how it's like you're sitting there and you're like, it's a grain cell.
Cool. Every time it does it, Elon himself said it went much smoother this time. It did land a little crooked. I think it crushed one or two of its legs.
The last one.
Not the final version of the legs. So.
Yeah, I think it lands crooked due to the off-axis thrust. So it lands first on one, so there's more weight on those legs than normal.
That makes sense.
I think that's why that's what the last two.
Have you called that?
If I curbled it, is that like googling something but in space terms?
Did we just make a new term?
I think. Chat, have we made a new term? Have we made a new term by have you curbled it yet?
Have you curbled it? Oh my gosh, I need to tweet that now.
Nope, I'm tweeting it out now first.
No, I said it. Damn
it, that's true. Alright. Have you curbled it? I like it. Chat, come on, give us some feedback. How do you like that term? Have you Now we need a site that curbles it for you. Let me curble that for you. And it just pulls up like Matt Lowe's or Scott Manley's YouTube videos.
Matt Lowe's great.
Matt Lowe's great. Matt Lowe's great.
96? No way. Tweets or it didn't happen.
Yeah, Twitter wasn't a Kerbal or Twitter was not a thing in '96. Yeah, Duncan, let's go. Stranger, Harry, you're not as cool as Duncan. I'm sorry, I'm joking. You guys are all equally as cool.
So,
have you curbled it? I have not curbled it. You want to do a live curbling for us?
No. I don't even
that
have
would
that
be a
installed
terrible.
on my Mac yet. I can't kerbal that.
Oh, let's talk about how you like the Mac. How you like the Mac? How are you adjusting to Apple life?
Well, I've already got kind of a head start because I've been a MacBook user and an iPad user for some years now, and I guess just coming to this is fine. I just got to get all my stuff loaded on it and get it working properly, like Kerbal. Today I just had to do Premiere Pro to make our outro, which that gave me a bit of a heart attack because I didn't think I was going to be able to do it for tonight. But I ended up making.
Don't you worry, I would have made you do a voiceover. It would have been great.
Voiceover, okay, cool.
That's how you would have done it.
No, it's nice and shiny and fancy, and I still need to spend like another $500 here in a couple months to upgrade the RAM. I saved some money now by getting 8 gigs of RAM, and Apple's pricing, I still take issue with it, because the RAM option, I can
their RAM and their storage is crazy.
Yeah,
their prices are
crazy. RAM for like $500, whereas I spend $1,000 right as I'm building the thing and get it put in. It's like, no, I can do it myself. I've been building since I was a kid. That's nothing. And RAM is one of the few.
So I'll be honest, I'm running on 8 gigs too.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I'm running 8 gigs of RAM. Now I have no idea how the stream looks, so maybe it's a terrible decision. But,
no, it's doing fine. I'm watching.
Maybe it's terrible. And RAM doesn't matter on streams, but
I did notice that it struggled a bit with Premiere Pro when I was rendering the outro video.
Oh yeah, I bet it does. I bet 8 gigs is not great. Though, and I have struggles when I was trying to before the stream. We were having some slight technical difficulties, I think like Zoom updated and Streamlabs OBS updated, and like there was a Windows update, I think, or something, and everything was just trash. Like I was getting alerts from Streamlabs OBS, but they weren't popping up. I heard the noise and nothing was popping up. And so I restarted my computer, and restarting my computer in a hurry. Whew. Things just don't work. Like I was trying to do I was trying to bring up Zoom and try to call you again and bring up slobs and bring up and then I had loaded up all my tabs of Chrome because they all saved, and I'm like, and all of a sudden it's just like everything's not working. And I'm like, come on, I have faith. I know RAM is full, but I have faith that you can do this. Just power through it.
It's great. I love it, and for what I paid for it and what I've got, I'm not disappointed in it so far. I mean, it's got the 5K Retina. I got the 27-inch. It's the new, what is it, a 4K webcam? I mean, it's obviously not coming across to YouTube like that, but it's I don't even think it's coming across to you like that. Because you said it looks just like whenever I use my R. So.
No, I'd say your R looks better.
No, it does. The lighting also is wonky right now. I haven't completely put my desk back together yet because puppy. She's a handful during the day. Let me tell you.
Puppies are handfuls, so I would agree.
Yeah, but no, I love it. I love it so far. It's nice and smooth. I can actually text with folks like Seth or Zach when they don't have cell phone service on iMessage.
That was fun. That was really fun because the hotel that we stayed in, dead zone for Verizon. Absolute. Yeah, I guess that.
Because I was giving y'all crap because I'm like, haha, y'all have like crappy phones and providers and whatnot, and then I went down there on the first floor in that room, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have that. Oh.
Yeah, the first floor is nice because we were right by the lobby. So like, we got our food delivered to us.
I hate first.
So basically, this hotel is phenomenal. Phenomenal.
I hate first floor rooms. I am extra as hell. Give me the view. I am extra, very extra.
I only want the view when I'm like on like an actual vacation. Like if I'm actually doing nothing but like vacationing, then I want like a nice room. But for work, it's fine. It's so much better.
There is no price difference. But while we're here, let's give a shout out at least to that new Hyatt in Titusville. Right there on, what is that, US 1?
Yeah, the room that we're talking about.
Yeah. That place is nice, and
you have 24/7 like food, okay. The pizza, little overpriced. It's like the personal pan pizzas, and like it's like $12, and I'm like, okay.
A little bit bigger than a personal pan, like it's gonna be filling, but you're not gonna waste it.
Yeah, but like $12 is a little much for it. I mean, it's not terrible. Like, I guess it's cheaper than getting delivered.
Well, to correct you, it's not 24/7 room service, but you can order it 24/7.
Yeah.
They'll make it for you any time of day.
Yeah, and maybe not during breakfast.
At
but
night, you gotta go down and get it, which it takes all.
Not for us. Not for us. She brought it to our room just because we were literally right by the lobby, and so she would bring it out and just knock on our door. Yeah, chicken tenders was great. You have chicken tenders, pizza. I think had some salads, I think, and I don't remember. But they don't have the one issue I have. They don't have a menu, so you gotta kind of like go and like you gotta know that it's a thing.
It's only two things. If you want something warm, it's only two things. You're getting pizza or chicken.
Yeah.
You're getting kids food.
And the little sodas and like snacks there are very reasonably priced as well. You usually like a soda's like $5, like a couple, it was $3 for a soda, which is normal. Normal hotels is more like $4 or $5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's nice.
Especially staying at a casino. Yeah, this is definitely reasonable.
Yes. Staying at Disney. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
At Disney resorts, dude. Oh my, you're spending $20 to get snacks, pretty much.
Yeah. This is you're paying hotel prices, but not Disney prices. So
yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to that place. Anybody ever goes to Florida for
not sponsored, but please sponsor us.
They're good folks over there. It's nice, shiny looking place, and oh my god, I forgot to ask them, but I wanted that picture that was in my room.
Yeah, it's all space. Like all the rooms have space themed photos, and it's
Yes.
awesome. So I think we had a Falcon 9 launching. I think
I
early
had,
Falcon 9 as well. Not one of the newer Falcon 9s. But they dug back for that photo.
I
It was an
had,
early CRS. Things like it was a single digit CRSs.
I had Endeavor on the pad, like right at the base of the pad, looking up, and it was more like just a black and white picture, and it was mostly white and everything like that, and it was oh god.
Do
I
they
still
have? They talked about they have a launch viewing area, I believe,
they do.
but
It
I
was
didn't
right on
see
my
it.
room.
Is it like a conference room or something, or is it like actually designated as a launch viewing area?
It's a conference room, so you can obviously use it for other stuff,
Yeah,
but it looks right at the coast, so you can see anything that launches.
it's over the trees, right, as well.
Yep,
Oh,
over the trees.
nice.
I
Yeah,
was
we
able to.
talked about doing that for Starlink and Cycom, whatever. But it was like they were already full. And what?
Skin your knee, ow, Sal.
Salcom, Cycom, Salcom. 1B. Argentina's Earth observation satellite. Hola, ¿cómo estás, amigo? And yeah, we asked them, but it was like I think I think they could only do like 20 people, I think, or something like that, and it was already full.
It's not much. Who's good? Not many people want to stick around at the hotel to watch it when they can like go to the beach or something like that. But folks who can't get out for it and things like that, or they just happen to be in town for it and don't want to go anywhere for it, it's really great. So,
I didn't check your window. Wait, you were inward facing, weren't you?
yes,
Okay,
I was
never.
facing, my room was facing west.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I was gonna ask if I didn't check your window because we just barged into your room, and several times, and you gave us your room number. That was a big mistake, and
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't check, but
Yeah. Large. I should have given y'all a fake room number.
that would have been terrible.
That would have been great for me. So, yeah, but that's. I think we're all caught up on stuff. What's coming up?
What is coming up? I don't know what's coming up, to be honest.
So, as far as launches go, and this is in the outro, one thing that is coming up, there's another Antares launch coming up at the end of the month.
Oh yeah, that's right. Is that a CRS or NG whatever? I can't remember what they're called now, but
I just made the outro earlier. I don't know. I didn't think it. But yes, it is a CRS mission, and it is coming up end of this month. Still no date on Rocket Lab though, because America can't get its COVID under control. Sorry, that not going.
they
off on
did
that.
get they got their launch operating license though,
Yes, they did.
so that's good. So that's kind of like the biggest kind of thing holding them back. I believe they had to get that first. Another
Whoa,
thing
hold
that's
up,
new.
Hold up.
What?
Hold up. We got to discuss what Harry just talked about, because I don't pay attention to what China does because it's such a pain in the butt.
Oh
to do.
yeah,
Okay?
interesting what they did. What? Yeah,
He said
yeah.
they're-
So it launched to a similar orbit, but I believe it was still very far away from the actual orbit.
No, I'll bet you they're trying to pull the same crap we used to pull on Russian satellites in the 90s.
I bet they tried, but like the orbit that I think it was in, and then the orbit that X-37B was supposed to be in, it probably has changed planes by now. I would be honest. I mean,
They
let's
probably
be
did.
honest. They probably changed planes, and with their plane, they changed planes with their space plane,
Hey,
and it was very. Yeah, they were close, but they were like, if you looked at them, like they're still, it wasn't orbit that would, unless they knew what the orbit that it changed into,
maybe they're.
unless they tracked it, and that's why they changed. They had a different orbit, but they were very close, and then it only stayed up for a couple days, and it landed. So, it.
Maybe they are.
China's up to something with their little space plane.
Like I said, they're probably pulling some kind of crap like we did in the 90s with this Oh, what was the name of it? I forget. I just listened to Space Bubba's episode about it. But there was supposedly a satellite where we launched it and it caught up to a Russian satellite. Guess how close it got, supposedly, to this Russian
15
satellite?
feet.
Huh?
15 feet.
1 foot.
Oh, that was close.
Or,
I would have not put in a 1 foot, but okay.
Or that's like a third of a meter, Harry.
Shuttle did that too. Yeah, there were some shuttle launches that were interesting.
People are surmising that it was released from shuttle.
Gotcha. The shuttle does some interesting things. I remember I can't remember what documentary what documentary or book it wasn't a book. Speaking of books, you gotta talk about the Space Explorer book club.
Go ahead, that's your deal, dude.
I have started a book club. That's it. That's all. No, but so yeah, no. So I messaged Zach. I've been thinking about this idea for a couple months now. It's doing a book club, like a monthly book club, and it's just space related books. We just like reading space related books. So
you start this as an excuse to get through your backlog of books.
Maybe. That's definitely one thing about it. I have a backlog of books to get through, and I'm like, I need to read these. Why don't I basically?
Book which you still have not read.
Nope, but that's gonna be in it. Mostly because it's in my collection. Any book that's in my collection, other than probably 2 books that I have. One's about esports, and the launch photography one by blanked on his name. The Lord above us of photography.
Yeah.
Probably his book as well. Probably won't be in it. But yeah. So
you mean that book by God?
The book by God. Yeah, he is basically God.
It's Ben Cooper. Harry,
yeah, Ben Cooper. I'm like Ben. Yeah. Like
I was just letting him struggle.
I blanked. I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, like Brady, like Tom Brady. I'm like, oh no, not Tom Brady. And then I'm like, yeah, not Brady Kensington. Like I'm blanking on names. But
we need to see him in action this weekend.
What?
Saints Bucks.
Well, I don't care.
Yeah, buddy. Sorry, y'all. I'm about to.
Yes, Harry, you're pretty much running the show, and so 4 weeks, 4 weeks per book. And I'll be posting an article on spaceexplorer.com every Monday morning. So the first one's out, just introducing the thing, and then this week we're reading, and we're reading. I even planned for it. We7, which is written by the Mercury 7 astronauts, and put together and written by one of the editors at Times at the time in the early 60s.
Well, cool.
So, what were we talking about before that with books? I don't remember.
Y'all pick up We7 and join Seth in his book club adventure on Space Explorer.
Might turn into a podcast. Who knows? I don't know.
Hey.
But right now it's just an article format, and I'll probably fail.
Ooh.
We'll probably all fail together. All right. Anything else you want to add?
That is like Bubba said in Forrest Gump. That's about it.
That's about it.
That's about it.
So, thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Bean, for distracting us the entire show. These shows get worse and worse as they go, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I love it every time. Follow us on Instagram. Our Instagrams are in the little corners. Mine's right here. Daryl's is like over there-ish. And, yeah. Like us, subscribe, follow. We're getting close to 50 subscribers.
Yeah.
It would be awesome if we had 100 subscribers. But that's it. Next week we have hopefully if her schedule holds, we'll have a really awesome guest next week.
Yes.
So make sure you guys are there. We'll announce it later this week on who it is. But she does cool stuff.
Yes.
And everyone listening, make sure you leave a review. Helps us out greatly, and thank you for listening. Daryl, anything else?
Peace and chicken grease.
See ya.